Once upon a time, in a quiet little village, there lived a poor laborer who made a living by digging and selling soil. Every morning, he would go to the fields, shovel dirt onto the back of his old donkey, and carry it off to sell for a few small coins. One hot afternoon, while working as usual, he suddenly spotted something shiny buried beneath the mud. It was a sparkling stone, strangely beautiful and bright. Not knowing its true value, he simply thought, maybe it's a lucky stone. He tied it around his donkey's neck like a fun little ornament. The next day, as he passed through the village market, a wealthy merchant standing in front of his grocery shop noticed a glint of light reflecting off the stone. Curious, he walked closer and asked, "Hey there, what is that shiny stone on your donkey's neck?" The laborer smiled gently and replied, "I found it while digging yesterday. Probably just a pretty rock." Intrigued by its look, the merchant bought it for 50 rupees and hung it on his shop's weighing scale as a decorative piece. A few days later, a jeweler happened to stop by the shop. As soon as he laid eyes on the stone, his expression changed. It wasn't just a rock, but a priceless diamond. He immediately offered to buy it. When the merchant said the price was 100 rupees, the jeweler tried to bargain. "I'll give you 80 rupees. If not, I'll walk away." The merchant shook his head and stood firm. The jeweler, hoping to get it cheaper later, left, planning to return the next day. That very evening, another jeweler happened to pass by the shop. As soon as he saw the stone, he instantly recognized its true worth. Without hesitation, he paid the 100 rupees, and the merchant agreed to sell it. The next morning, the first jeweler returned only to find the stone gone. When he heard what had happened, he shouted in frustration, "You fool! That was a priceless diamond! How could you sell it for just 100 rupees? The merchant simply smiled and replied calmly, "I didn't know it was a diamond. I just thought it looked nice, so I hung it up. But you knew. You knew exactly what it was. And still, you argued over 20 rupees and let someone else take it." He paused for a moment, then added, "So tell me, between me, who didn't know, and you, who knew but hesitated, who's the real fool?" The jeweler stood in silence, unable to reply. A little stinginess, a little delay, and he had missed the chance to own a priceless diamond, all for the sake of 20 rupees.